Alrighty. So we have a few different things to do. We were gonna check out this Ifrit and see if we can do that. And then just explore from there and see what's next for Dear Spanky. Oh, I forgot that I can fly. This actually changes quite a bit. Oh man, we're just gonna fly right into the back. Is somebody down there? How do we land? The Bowl of Embers. Item level 49. And what do we have? 45. Oh, sweet siren of the sands, my Mikote muse, why have you forsaken me? Titan's Bane, I mean, Spanky, what brings you to my humble resort? Flamin, you mean to tell me the goddess made flesh who dwelt among us until so very recently was the songstress of Ul'dah? Hey gods, man, if I had known that, I would have chained her to my bedpost and never let her leave. Oof. Oh, for shame. To think that she now plies her trade for the riffraff off to the west or whatever she said she was going. It's a tragedy, I say. Tragedy. West is it? Thank you, Master Gegaruju. Your information will serve us well. That said, there are any number of places she could be. I shall begin my search by the docks and see if any witnesses might have some knowledge to spare. I would be most appreciative if you could travel to Wineport and do the same. I remember this place. Well, if it isn't Spanky, the savior of Wineport, to what do we owe the pleasure? Ah, yes, we did receive a customer matching that description. She was a delight to behold, to give that woman her due, but her perfume was so ghastly, I had no choice but to eject her from the premises, interfering with tastings, you understand. If she is your quarry, why not consult your blind associate? His olfactory perception is without peer. Given that I could smell the woman from a mile away, I dare say he could smell her from 10. Eh? You want to know if I've seen a Mikote lass by the name of Flamin? I wish. I haven't seen a lass of any description for far too bloody long. Okay. Oh, this dude again. I see you've had many grand adventures since we last spoke. Spanky, you must share them with me sometime. A girl from a little while ago. One does not forget a perfume like that. So robust and intoxicating, yet simultaneously familiar. Reminiscent of a bloom native to these parts, in fact. I said as much when we spoke. She complimented my powers of observation and asked me where she might find some of the flowers. So I told her to follow the road south into Raincatcher Gully and then head east after crossing the second bridge. The flowers which grow in the shade of the cliff have the strongest scent, you see. If you make haste, you may yet find her there. Z. Look who it is. Ooh. I am in your debt, stranger. I did not realize my activities had aroused the Gubu's ire until it was too late. Their oils can be used to make a perfume, you see, and I know where your daughter is. Flamine? I don't. Who are you? Whom do you serve? It appears you've already found our woman. Consider me impressed, my friend. The songstress of Ulda, I presume. Minfilia, or should I say Asilia, is looking for you. Asilia? You are the very picture of health, milady, yet the world thinks you dead. I can only conclude this was by design. The question is, why? Not everyone who endeavors to find me does so with the best intentions, child. You will be pleased to know that I fully intend to reveal myself to Minfilia when the time is right. Oh, well, that does please me, more than you know. But tell me, sojourns in the forest of La Nocia aside, when exactly will the time be right? When I deem it so. Do you imagine I traveled all this way on a whim? As I was telling your associate prior to your intrusion, I came here to harvest these flowers for use in a perfume. Does that satisfy your curiosity, or would you interrogate me further? My apologies for the interruption. Anyway, now that we all have that which we came for, might we continue this conversation in a safer locale? Wineport, say? This is not at all how I envisioned it. I can scarce begin to imagine what emotions will go through Minfilia's heart when she reunites with her mother after all these years. You say my daughter awaits us in Vesper Bay, yes? I've kept her waiting long enough. Let us be off on the next ferry. I can finish fashioning the perfume along the way. Understood. Come with me. It would be my pleasure to escort you to the Waking Sands. Antecedent, you have a guest. Lamine? Assyria. I haven't seen her like this in years, Spanky. I never truly believed it when you told me you were dead. But what kept you away for so long? The Imperials came for me, as I always knew they would. And so I resolved to stay as far away from you as I could, lest their pursuit of me endanger you and our cause. I could think of no better way to grant you the freedom to continue our work. And continue it you did, achieving things I would not have imagined possible. I followed your every success and celebrated in secret. I'm so proud of you, Assyria. I learned from the best. I have a gift for you. Celsetia perfume. You remembered. How could I ever forget? You wore it all the time. If I ever lost sight of you, I could find you again just by following my nose. I do not think it was made anymore. You must have gone to so much trouble. It was no trouble to me, darling. I fear I cannot say the same for Spanky, however. I could not have made it without him. Once again, saving the day. Thank you, Spanky. Thank you both. There's something else. This is the cat's eye I found. All these years you kept it. My father was a member of the Alamegan resistance. When I was yet a child, he brought me here to Ul'dah. The accident which claimed his life happened shortly after our arrival. It was Lamine who took care of me then. She raised me as her own, taught me everything I needed to know to survive. I'm no stranger to the facts of your history, yet I fear I have failed to grasp their implications. It's clear there is much I do not know about you and your mother both. One of her first lessons to me concerned mining, and I was a very dedicated student. This cat's eye was the first stone I unearthed. It wasn't much, of course, but I was exceedingly proud to have found it nonetheless. So I gave it to Lamine as a gift. She said it was beautiful, but there I am at a loss. Why are you returning this to me? Is something amiss? No, Assyria, nothing is amiss. Quite the opposite. I need you to realize how far you've come, and how much further you must still go. You and your allies have accomplished more than I could ever have hoped. You have succeeded where I failed and made me so proud that words fail me. But even as I marvel at the woman you've become and all the many things you've done, I cannot help but think of that which you have yet to do, and of what it may entail. Assyria, daughter, you cannot stay here anymore. You and the Scions must leave Ul'dah. Amin. You built it once, Assyria. You can build it again. And this time, we'll do it together. Truly? Beautiful. Alfinad, the time has come for the Scions to leave Vesper Bay. We shall establish a new headquarters in Revenant's Toll, as you proposed. Much work lies ahead of us. Inform our fellow Scions and send word to the students of Baldessian. Preparations begin at once. Excellent, our plan to manipulate Minfilia worked very well. It's all well and good that we have found ourselves a new home in Revenant's Toll, but there is so much to be done, and in so little time. Our first step will be to secure the cooperation of the Adventurers Guild representatives there. Were it not for the Guild's considerable efforts, the original Camp Revenant's Toll would have never been established, much less its more heavily fortified successor. However, with construction still ongoing and resources in short supply, it seems certain that the Guild will require something in return for their support. Sympathetic to our cause though they may be. Whatever they ask, I shall not begrudge it. To be plain, we need them more than they need us. Without their assistance, such essential tasks as securing new facilities, cultivating relationships with local merchants, and recruiting adventurers would prove difficult, if not impossible. You need not concern yourself with such matters, antecedent. Oh. I'm replacing you. Really, Alphanon? If I need concern myself with anything, it is surely matters such as these. Indirectly, perhaps, I submit that you might instead concern yourself with a different matter, namely, to whom the resolution of such matters might best be entrusted. And here I am. Nor do I come alone. May I present the esteemed emissary of the Adventurers Guild at Revenant's Toll. It is an honor, antecedent. Upon receiving word of your intentions from Master Alphanod, we thought it best to begin talks at the earliest available opportunity. Know that my associates at Revenant's Toll hold the Scions of the Seventh Dawn in the highest regard. We should be honored to welcome your organization. There are, of course, certain provisions which must needs be negotiated. If it please, I would do so. It does. Sir, unless I am mistaken, you are the one known as Spanky, are you not? May I say what a pleasure it is to make your acquaintance. Slaftborn spoke of you in the most glowing terms. To seal an Imperial Reaper and then use it to infiltrate a Garlean castrum is an undertaking few would contemplate. Fewer still survive. You shall always be welcome at Revenant's Toll. We hope you will favor us with your presence again ere long. Well, well, it would seem your reputation precedes you, Spanky. Mayhap I should dispatch you to Revenant's Toll with all haste, as first intended. Before that, I dare say you have earned yourself a rest. After all, you have traveled so far, and there is already so much you have done for us, and for me. We'll speak again anon. Till then, take care. Ah, Spanky, were you able to get some rest? I would ask you to come with me to the Solar. Alphanod has just returned, and it would seem there's something he would share with us. Let's do it. You're here. Good. I come bearing news. The negotiations are concluded. And our friends at the Adventurers Guild have agreed to furnish us with new facilities and material support in exchange for our assistance in the ongoing defense and development of Revenant's Toll. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn shall have a new home in Mordona, the Rising Stones. Bittersweet victory, if truth be told. I cannot deny that I had come to look forward to Tataru's tales of our many guests and their many, many demands. But the waking sands to the rising stones. Passively poetic. That wasn't your doing, was it? I too have news to share. In expectation of this momentous day, I personally informed the Alliance leaders of our plans, and they have each pledged their full support, General Rauban included. Moreover, I have decided that the time is right for us to cast off the vestiges of our Order's veil of secrecy and announce ourselves to the world. You sure that is wise, Antecedent? If anything, it is a mere formality. Our existence is quite possibly the worst kept secret in Eorzea. Let us affirm our identity, proclaim our achievements, that all may know what the Scions of the Seventh Dawn stand for. Well, obvious risk apart, it would be nice to receive a little more recognition. The people have a right to know who saved them. It is my hope that this gesture will encourage the people of Eorzea to place their trust in us. I would reveal to them the true extent of our power, yes. But in so doing, I would show them that it is a power accountable to no one, and at once to all. And what of us, we who have felled primals and faced down the Empire? To you, my fellow Scions, I would say this. Prepare for the challenges which lie ahead, for they will be great indeed. Great, I say, yet no greater than us, and we will rise to them, as we have time and again, united as one. There must be some way I can... Wait, that area is said to be rich in minerals. Maybe I should ask Flamine to teach me the basics of mining, too. You ever wonder how he does it? Alphino, I mean. I was almost predictable that he should appear with an emissary of the Adventurers Guild mere moments after I had expressed the need to forge ties between our organizations. Truly, his sense of timing rivals even your own. Setting such mysteries aside for the present, I have a task for you. I would like you to deliver these documents to Slaffborn. They concern our forthcoming move. Do take care on the road and represent us well, Spanky. I was told to expect a Scion, but I didn't expect it to be you. It has been far too long, Spanky. You have something for me, yes? And see now, yes, everything appears to be in order. You'll be staying with us for a while, yes? Would that we had a dozen more like you. Since we don't, though, we'll just give you the work of a dozen men. I just... Okay. Now we can queue up for this dungeon. Software will show you around. Oh, well, let's just dive into it. Back to do the work of a dozen men, I see. Well, even I can appreciate that an important man such as yourself has little time for menial tasks. But since you're here, mayhap you'd be keen on having a look around the Scion's new home. That impressive structure over there? That's the place. It was originally built to house a branch of the guild, you see. As such, it comes complete with a tavern where adventurers can rest from the road, fill their bellies with good food and drink, and their ears with tales of fortunes to be had about the realm. May get a bit raucous at times, but I imagine it'll be as good a place as any to recruit capable men and women to your cause. Come with me, and I'll show you around. Is that you, Spanky? I'm quite sorry to interrupt, but I have most urgent news. We received grim tidings from Gridania, and it would appear our aid is required at once. I must ask you to report back to Waking Sands with all due haste. Is everything quite alright, friends? Well, can't say I'm privy to the details, but it would appear this is no time for a leisurely tour. But no worries, you can rest assured that I'll see to all necessary arrangements. You may return any time after you've seen to your more pressing matters. Ooh, let's do it. Oh, I'm just dead just like that? Oh man, what is this? Alright, very well. That was a lot of... That was fun. Back to the Waking Sands it is, though. It's like going to the old house after we've already moved. Oh, I need to speak with Tataru. I guess she's upstairs. Messenger from the Twin Adder came to the Waking Sands while you were in Mordona. I wasn't privy to his conversation with the antecedent, but I did see the look on her face after he took his leave. Something is definitely amiss. Could it be that the Ixal have summoned Garuda again? Or mayhap Imperial forces have been sighted within the Shroud? Well, whatever it may be, I'm absolutely certain it's nothing you can't handle. Now go and ask the antecedent if there's anything you can do. Alright. I knew this day would come, yet I prayed it would not come so soon. We have reason to believe that another primal, or an entity resembling one, has been summoned in Gridania. Thine arrival is customarily timely, Spanky. The etheric waves leave little room for doubt. Thy talents will be needed ere long. If there be truth in my suspicions, 'tis a familiar foe we face, though one quite unlike the Lady of the Vortex. We dare not draw conclusions without evidence, but as Urianger says, the readings bear a strong resemblance to ones observed more than 5 years ago. Though I had hoped the Moggle's Guard beyond such follies. Oh. Alright. Suffice it to say, this disturbance warrants a full investigation. Thy presence hath been requested by Commander Hilwa. He awaiteth thee at the Adder's Nest. Pray, hasten to Gridania, Spanky. Ida and Papalaima will rendezvous with you there. May you walk in the light of the crystal. Ah, yes. Wilwa. Pleasure to see you as always, Spanky. Thank you for answering my summons. Quite frankly, I could think of no one more qualified to... Oh, we're getting ahead of ourselves. Allow me to explain. Not long ago, the Mughal Kuplo Kop visited the Adder's Nest to request an audience with the Elder Seedseer. He spoke of an imminent threat to all Mughal kind, one which would imperil the entire Twelveswood if left unchecked. We proved an able ambassador to the Sylphs, and we would have you reprise our role in their dealings with the Mughals. The rest of you should hear from Kuplo Kop himself. He awaits you with the Elder Seedseer at the Lotus Stand. The other Scions have already arrived, sir. May I show you in? Please, you have to stop them, but you mustn't kill them. They're not bad Mughals, Kopo. They're just misguided. A gentle, no, firm thrashing is in order, yes. But no, calm yourself, Kuplo Kop. Can you not see that he hasn't the faintest idea what you're talking about? Be quiet this instant. Pray forgive his witless outburst, sister. Most grateful am I that you have come, Spanky, and upon such short notice, truly Gridania could not wish for a more stalwart ally. But you are doubtless eager to know wherefore we summoned you. Our friend Kuplo Kop has brought us news of a most unsettling development. It would seem that the good King Mogomog XII has returned to Eorzea. Curious thing to hear, I know. Truth to tell, I myself cannot say for sure if he is a genuine figure from history or some manifestation of Mughal mythology. People here would have me believe the former. Once upon a time, we Mughals served the gods in the heavens. It was quite nice up there, unspeakably beautiful, unimaginably spacious, and with a literally endless supply of wine. Kupo. In spite of this, or possibly because of the last part, the gods eventually became discontented and started squabbling, which made life jolly difficult for the poor Mughals. So good King Mogomog XII, may his glorious name live forever, decreed that the time had come to leave Kupo. The realm of man would suffice, he said, so that all Mughals should live there instead. Unfortunately, the two realms are so far apart we couldn't safely fly down, but good King Mogomog XII, may his miraculous foresight ever be praised, knew exactly what to do. Kupo, he had a rope, you see, the longest one ever woven. This he nobly held while his subjects climbed all the way down to the world below. And that is how we Mughals came to this land, Kupo, all of us except good King Mogomog XII. May his courageous sacrifice never be forgotten. He alone would remain in the heavens so that Mughal kind might at last know peace. Except that he has not remained in the heavens, from what I understand, that being a reason for contacting us, yes? I'll bet he tied the rope to something. Good thinking. Remind me again what the problem was with him returning to Eorzea? The problem, Nita, lies in the fact that he was summoned. It is our belief that the good King Mogomog XII is a myth made manifest via means akin to those employed by the beast tribes in the summoning of their gods. Wait, you're saying a handful of Mughals with a boatload of crystals wished really, really hard and he just sort of appeared? Would that even work? What I cannot fathom is why they would even try. With Garuda humbled and the Ultima weapon destroyed, what new threat could have prompted them to take so drastic a measure? Might that not in itself be the answer? Twice in the last half-decade, Eorzea has been brought unto the very brink of destruction, only to be spared at the last by the heroics of a chosen few. To you who braved those tempests and survived by virtue of your own strength, this latest period of peace will doubtless seem a welcome respite. But to those who had not power to defend themselves, who were spared only by another's grace, this is merely the calm before the storm. I think the Mogul's Guard are afraid of what tomorrow will bring, and that things may not end so well as they did yesterday. That fear has driven them to call upon a greater power, one they believe can be relied upon to protect their loved ones and their homes come what may. I assure you, the Moggle's Guard only want to protect the forest from outsiders, but ever since the return of good King Moggle Mog the 12th, may his boundless grace fill our hearts with love, they've started to get a little carried away. Kupo, verging on a lot, in fact. Like the Sylphs who summoned Ramu, you mean? We cannot discount the possibility that this entity is influencing the Mogboogles in a manner similar to that of a primal. We share the same concern. Whoever or whatever the king may be, it is our belief that he poses a threat not only to Mugglekind but to Gridania as a whole. Thus, do we beseech you, Spanky, confront good King Moggle Mog the 12th and drive him from our midst. Humbly, I do thank you. The sanctuary of the Moggle's Guard and their liege lord is concealed by magical wards. Brother E. Sumiyan of the Conjurer's Guild will doubtless be able to offer insight on how they might be dispelled. Pray seek his counsel ere you proceed any further. Conjurer's Guild. Oh, maybe I don't have an etherite over there. Welcome, Spanky. Welcome. That you should be the one to face good King Malgamog the 12th is of great comfort to me and to the elementals, both. As I'm sure you know, the Muggles are not by their nature a warlike race. Yet should the king be suffered to remain, it is like that his influence will bring about a change in them. Thus does it behoove us to defeat him quickly, before any lasting damage is done. Make whatever preparations you deem necessary and inform me when you are ready to seek the king. You have selected Regicide. The wards barring access to the King's Sanctuary can only be nullified through the use of enchanted keystones, the self-same method employed 5 years ago when the King was summoned to Eorzea. It was with great regret that we were forced to sanction the slaying of the Guardians, who then held the keystones, for none were in our possession at the time. By the grace of the elementals, however, we have been spared that burden on this occasion. Kuplokop confided in me that he had been entrusted with a set of keystones by the Moggle's Guard themselves, yet wishing not to betray their confidence, he begged me to find some other means to gain entry to the King's sanctum. Alas, I have been unable to do so, and dare not labor any longer, for fear that the Muggles might succumb to the corrupting influence of their liege lord. We must needs have Kuplokop's keystone, Spanky. Pray, go to him and beg his assistance. He awaits you at the West Shore Pier. Impress upon him our great need, I'm certain he will yield. Alright. Ah, the Lancer's Guild. I do have something at the Lancer's Guild. So, how will you do it? Oh, he told you about that. Well, if there truly is no other way, I'll do it, Kupo. Take the ferry to Sweet Bloom Pier. I'll go on ahead. Don't you dare lie to me, Kupo. I know what you're planning, and I won't allow it. Open your eyes, Kupo. The king will never be satisfied, no matter how many crystals you bring him. We offered you a choice, and this is how you repay us? By consorting with this Mikote? Imperials, Gridanians, Sylphs, you're no different from the rest of them. Actually, you're worse, Kupo. Traitor to his king's Mughals, he plots treason against the crown. Enough. Uplo Kop will answer for his crime soon enough, as will all who defy the will of good King Mogglebog the 12th. May he reign forevermore, Kupo. The king's planning to purge the 12s of his enemies, Kupo. We've got to stop him before it's too late. The entrance to Thorn March is deep within the bramble patch, Kupo. If you take me there, I can nullify the ward. But be warned, the Mughals guard has set up traps to lure enchanted beasts. I can't hide from them, so you'll need to protect me. Alright, so should you fail to defend and move too far away, he will return to the pier where he can try again. Do we have to, like, beckon to him? No. Oh, we're not even going the right way. Are we going to die? No, we're not going to die. Hopefully this Moogle's going to heal up. Okay, good. Okay, woof. We almost lost our Moogle. We're here, Kupo. I don't see any more beasts. Do you? Are you ready to face the king, Kupo? Then stand closer to the ward. Raise your hand and focus, like when you attune to an ether light. Kupo, I'll open the way for you. The rest is up to you, Kupo. Now go and teach those foolish Mughals a lesson and send the king back whence he came. Thorn March. Very well. Alright, so while we're looking for this, then I suppose we can get some of this other stuff done. Oh, blue fog, not blue frog. I keep calling it blue frog. That I ever truly harbor doubts as to your abilities, but rules and regulations cannot be ignored. I am pleased to state that given your stellar performance, I am now permitted to offer you a wide variety of guild leaves. Pursue them at your leisure, and let me know if they are to your liking. I'll be here when you're ready. I'll always be here. Smuggler's Guard to arms! Defend the king, Kupo! Okay. Monstrous Mog Sword has been added to the loot list. Okay. You did it, Kupo! You did it! Good King Moggle Mog the 12th and his mighty soul rest in peace. It's no more. I shudder to think what might have happened had you not stopped the Muggles Guard when you did. Thank you, Spanky. Perhaps now they'll come to their senses and stop playing at fairy tales. Rest assured that the chieftain will have choice words for them, too. You should go and tell Pukni Pak that the king is no more, Kupo. She's with Raya O at Camp Tranquil, and can relay the news to the chieftain. Where's this person? I guess further down the bridge. Oh, down there. Oh, you have got to be kidding me. Do I dare believe my ears? Good King Moggle Mog the 12th, may his magnificent virtue serve as an example to us all, has fallen. All Moogle kind owes you a debt, Kupo. Ah, and I sense Raya O wishes to congratulate you as well. I shall let you two speak without fear of interruption. Your bravery and service to the Twelveswood and her Moogles shall not be forgotten, Spanky. My sister will doubtless wish to hear the tale of this great victory from the mouth of the man responsible. Pray return to the Lotus Stand and treat her to a full account of the day's events, while the details are yet fresh in your mind. The Elder Seed Seer is expecting you, sir. May I show you in? If you would, please. Spanky, you are returned to us, unharmed and victorious. Thus I have 2 reasons to be glad. Yet many questions remain unanswered. Be so kind as to oblige me, I would fain hear all that occurred in Thornmarch. Then it is as we feared. The king really is a primal. But he really isn't, is he? I mean, the Mughals don't worship him for one thing. He's not even a god to them. That doesn't sound like any primal I've ever heard of. Mayhap the fault lies with the definition. The fact remains that through a combination of power contained in crystals and the force of their collective faith, the Mughals called forth a being that by rights should not exist. Moreover, when slain, said being left no corpse, the ether which comprised him instead being scattered to the 4 winds. According to the accepted definition, he may not be a primal, but the mode of his manifestation was in every respect the same. Which means Asians, the whole business reeks of their handiwork. Kupo-po, they said it was a masked man who taught them how years ago, but Britannia has no shortage of masked men. I never thought to question. Confound it all, how many more will they ensnare with their tainted gifts? Too many, I fear, so long as there are paragons to stir the embers, fools to build the pyre, and crystals to feed the flames, ever and again shall we suffer primal visitation. A somber thought, but a salutary one. My heartfelt thanks, Spanky. Already the information you have provided has proven invaluable. The Grand Serpent Marshal and I have much to discuss. Oh, before you do, my lady, I was hoping we might finish discussing that other matter. The matter of which you speak has even now been settled. The Scions not want for support. We shall be glad to send additional supplies to Revenant's Toll. We knew we could count on you, my lady. While Ida and I remain to discuss the particulars, our arrangement with the Elder Seed Seer, mayhap you could return to the Waking Sands and apprise the antecedent of all that has transpired. It's good to see you, hale and healthy, Spanky. I received word from Ida and Papalaimo that you had felled good King Mogglmog XII, but I'd hoped to hear your version of the tale. So it was as they said, summoned with the same methods used by the Beast Tribes and taught by the Asians. Though unfortunate, this incident did at least serve to remind the Elder Seed Seer of our usefulness. Her offer of additional support could not have come at a better time. My thanks, Spanky. Owing to the tireless efforts of all concerned, we are at long last ready to bid farewell to Vesper Bay. So as to avoid drawing undue attention, we shall make the journey to Revenant's Toll in small groups, departing at irregular intervals. Lest you doubt, it is still my intention to conduct future operations openly, but on this particular occasion, the need for caution overrides all other concerns. To move north as one ponderous caravan would only serve to invite attack. It seemed only right I should be the last to leave, and I would have you remain with me till the end, Spanky. Upon my departure, the Waking Sands will formally cease to be our headquarters, and the premises will be given into the care of Urianger. I had thought to relinquish the property, but he was quite adamant, and I had not the heart to disagree. These walls have borne witness to some of the brightest and darkest moments in our Order's history. Mayhap it is best we do not forsake them entirely. Urianger shall remain here and devote his energies to studying the nature of primals. By the grace of the 12, he will one day discover the permanent solution we have sought for so long. Of course, he will not be alone. Alisai shall continue to work closely with him as well. Should they require our assistance, I have their assurances that they will not hesitate to contact us. Speaking of Urianger, would you inquire him of any tasks remaining undone? I cannot escape the feeling I have forgotten something important. Thou art ever welcome, Spanky, but I require no assistance. Pray take thy leave unburdened by concern for my well-being. Verily, thy countenance bespeaks a desire to quit this place without further delay. Mayhap thou thinkest this chapter of our tale concluded, that these halls should rightly be consigned to the annals of history? Man's eagerness to seize the future, how readily he doth set down the past. Full many a proud pioneer hath bravely stridden into great unknown, only to find there the banner of his ancestor, faded by the eons. And still man glorieth in his discoveries. 'Tis through his pride that wisdom doth ever give way to ignorance, while they lurk in shadow remain hidden, lost no sooner than they are found. How poetic. Be not offended, Spanky. Thy conduct hath ever been beyond reproach. Despite thy surpassing strength and all thy many victories, thou hast never been so convinced of thine own greatness as to imagine thyself above the failings of thy forebears. Mayhap it is the echo which hath opened thine eyes to the lessons of history. Would that the same could be said of... Oh. Like a woman. Ah! Whence came that cry? The solar... Oh, for Fend, the antecedent. Uh-oh. Spanky, you must. Tell me, Louis-Soix, would you have done the same? Louis-Soix Louverture was a remarkable man, wise beyond mortal measure. Would that I had met him prior to his passing. An Ascian here? How? How readily you see, you are indeed gifted, antecedent. But you are not like the others. Your robes. Gifted, but ignorant. Yet I shall not judge you harshly. The fault lies with your forebears. It has been millennia. Mine are the robes of an emissary. Unlike he who came before, I have no quarrel with you. He who? You speak of La Habrea? La Habrea is a warrior. He fought. He fell. He may yet learn from his mistakes. And he is still... Come, I only confirm that which you already... There is no cessation, no oblivion, only expulsion. You? What are? We're ready when you are, milady, if there's nothing else. Is something the matter? Or she can't see him. Ah, I feel the same way. After everything that's happened here, it feels strange to leave, but I'm soon we'll get used to Revenant's toll. Well, I'll let you say your goodbyes. Take as long as you like, milady. We shall depart whenever you're ready. Uh-oh, you just shared all our plans with the Ashians. It's only to be expected. She lacks the gift of the knowledge, both. To her, we are indistinct. I do not understand. Shadowless, fleshless, formless, what truth there is in each tale is diluted by time and telling. Knowledge dictates expectation, and expectation colors perception. Thus did she perceive not. So it is with all but a chosen few. Even you, when young, could not yet see with eyes unclouded. You know nothing about me. Nothing. The gift grants you clarity. It grants you focus. With it you may in time come to see us as we are, rather than this crude approximation. La Habrea did not think so highly of the Echo. La Habrea is wrong about a great many things. The Echo is indeed a gift, albeit one you have yet to master. And if we did, there would be no strife between our peoples, for we would be of one mind. I leave as I came, in peace, antecedent. May we meet again as friends. Okay, I don't know if we're gonna be friends. Wait, stay where you are! Mayhap I was indelicate. 'Tis a mercy she shields her children from his grace with such resolve. Was it also by her hand that you survived the ardor, I wonder? I take it there is no need to explain. Save your concern. He did me no lasting harm. Whatever his intention was, it was not to kill. I heard a cry. What happened? Are you alright? You look faint. Do you need to lie down? I could fetch you a flask of my special tonic. Urianger, send word to the students of Valdecian. Tell them to scour the archives, the forbidden tomes in particular. If there's any reference to an Ascian robed in white, however oblique, I would know of it. An Ascian, my lady? Was that what gave you cause to cry out? I did but moments ago glimpse a figure clad in white set forth from the waking sands. If Ascians are wont to employ teleportation magics, why would one be so brazen? I know not and care not. Find him, Spanky. Turn every stone in Vesper Bay if you have to. Pray, attend me, Tataru. I am told you are the warrior of light, but I would know for myself. I shall walk north, and you may choose to follow. Know, however, that you will be waylaid if you do. You may even perish. Should you survive, we will speak anon. Oh no! Woof, okay, we made it. Remarkable, truly remarkable. I thank you for granting me this indulgence. None save he who bested La Habrea could endure such an examination. Have the laws of man grown so twisted in my absence that it is now permitted to lay hands upon an emissary? You bore witness to my audience with the antecedent, did you not? Then you know I acted only in self-defense. I realize the same cannot be said of La Habrea. Even amongst his brethren he is considered unique. Nevertheless, I cannot wholly condemn his misdeeds, for through them we discovered you, one so strong in the gift that he could cast us out. Your mother favors you. Still, that much is plain, but surely you must feel it. Her influence wanes, and her strength shall soon be spent. These lands, these people, this world, all shall soon change. As it was, so it shall be again, as it should always have been. Doubt my claims and question my motives if you will. Only believe me when I say this. I am Eldibus, emissary, bearer of the word of the one true God. We shall meet again. If the gods, you returned. After you left, it began to worry I might have sent you to your doom. I take it our visitor proved elusive? Beg pardon? He was waiting for you? What did you do, and what did he say? As it was, so shall it be again? What does he speak? When, and of what exactly? The words of this Eldibus portend much, but reveal nothing, save perhaps a measure of disdain for La Habrea. I'd hoped for answers, but it seems I shall have to be content with a wealth of additional questions. Let us set aside the matter of this Ascian until after we have completed our move to the Rising Stones. There is but one final favor I would ask of you before I depart. I believe I mentioned that before my father was a member of the Alamegan Resistance. The truth, however, is more complicated. As far as the Empire knew, he was their spy. He maintained the deception for nigh on half a decade, furnishing the Resistance with vital Imperial secrets while feeding his paymasters subtly conceived misinformation. When he died some 15 years ago, my father left behind his journal, which I have closely guarded ever since. It contains every shred of information he and his agents could steal on what they believed to be the single greatest threat to Eorzea, the Primals. Wisdom has guided me through the years. There is much within I still do not understand. It is my hope that Urianger will fare better. Tell him to treat it with care. It is all I have left of my father. I thought thee departed. To what end dost thou linger? The father's final bequest, the daughter's lifelong labor. It is no small thing to surrender such a cherished memento. How can I imagine the antecedent's pain? Upon mine honor, I swear to spare no effort in the study of these materials, lest my lady's sacrifice be in vain. Spanky, this has been Philia. Forgive me, but I could wait no longer. I have departed for the Rising Stones. You have yet to. Once you have given the journal to Urianger, I bid you come to the Seventh Heaven in Revenant's Tull. Tataru will be there to show you inside our new headquarters. Assuming you've already attuned to it, you may wish to make use of our new aetherite in Revenant's Tull. After all, it is right on our doorstep. Mr. Mughal, the legend of good King Mughal 12 doth tell of a wise and magnanimous ruler. Alas, the entity thus summoned put the lie to this imagining with brief, suddenly unpeaceful reign. Most disturbing for me to learn then the Mogul's Guard have once more succeeded in placing their manic potentate upon his thorny throne. Methinks the agents of chaos doth lurk in the shadows of this deed. Only with the Ascian's guileful intervention could they have called the king back from the ether with such haste. As ever, it falls to thee, to the blade born of light, to banish the Paragon's dark ambition from our realm. The 12 only know what dire power doth corrupt the savior of these gentlest folk. Thy name has been called, Spanky. The more moderate faction, the Mughals, have joined with the Order of the Twin Adder in an effort to open thee a path to good King's domain. Bid thee make haste Adder's nest and once more pledge thine aid in deposing his royal myth-made flesh. Okay, we're not going to do that. Oh, Spinky, you're here. Good, good. We were all wondering when you'd show up. As I was just telling your restive receptionist here, I'm pleased to inform you that all the documents have been prepared and all signatures signed. The Rising Stones is officially yours. Splendid! From this day forward, I will spare no effort in seeing that it is as welcoming and comfortable a home for us as Waking Sands ever was. That said, this is all somewhat intimidating, is it not? So many unfamiliar places and unfamiliar faces. Take that odd-looking fellow over there, for example. He's been eyeing us most suspiciously ever since we arrived. Cannot help but wonder if we are truly safe here. What, dude? Ah, that man. I can't say I've spoken to him myself, but rumor has it he's come to hunt for ancient treasures in the Crystal Tower. You've seen the structure I speak of, no? It'd be hard to miss it. That massive pillar of shining crystal that looms high over the land to the southeast of here. Tales are to be believed. It's a remnant of some ancient civilization. The details remain a mystery, and that's no doubt why it's drawn adventurers and scholars from all over looking to unearth its secrets. Man over there is no exception, and if my instincts are true, he knows more than most. If you're curious about the tower yourself, you could do worse than talk to him and see what he knows. Why, if I weren't otherwise occupied with my duties here, I'd have half a mind to join you. I mean, just look at it. I can scarce begin to imagine what wonders lie inside. Why, that's wonderful to hear. Rest assured that this receptionist will work just as hard to see our efforts do not skip a beat despite the relocation. And with that, Spanky, I do believe it's time to officially announce your presence to everyone inside. Antecedent and others will surely be overjoyed to see you. Crystal Tower quest here is now available from the Outlandish Man. In order to progress the main scenario, you must first complete certain quests in the Crystal Tower series. While you are granted a respite from your duties as a scion, use your time to probe the depths of Crystal Tower and see what ancient secrets may be gleaned. Was she not here? Ah, look at her new office. Well, it is certainly spacious. Today marks a new beginning for the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, for today we declare our independence. We shall henceforth be beholden to no nation, but serve all of Eorzea's people proudly and openly. This does not mean that we will sever our ties to the Eorzean alliance. On the contrary, the antecedent and I shall endeavor to strengthen them. Rest assured, however, that we shall not permit political considerations to influence our decisions. Our identity remains unchanged, as does our cause. We are the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, and our single purpose is to safeguard the future of Eorzea. Alright, we're on it. For Eorzea! A moment of your time, Spanky. I would speak of Elidibus. Pardon the intrusion, my lady, but the matter which bringeth me will admit no delay. Mine every attempt to contact the students of Baldessian have been met with silence. No one will respond? How odd. Allow me to try. No response. Surely they would not ignore us. They have never yet, my lady. I fear we must assume the worst. I will not believe it. An outpost, perhaps, but not their headquarters. Their wards are beyond circumvention. Had they come under attack, they would most certainly have raised the alarm. None could penetrate their sanctum unnoticed. But for those who lack the gift and the knowledge both, oh no. Contact their agents in the field at once. If aught has befallen the students of Baldessian, they may know of it. Though the thought of it pains me, until such time as we have evidence to seek the contrary, we can but assume the worst. Accordingly, we must needs seek another source of information on Elidibus. It is possible the others in the homeland are possessed of such knowledge. Be fairly warned, however, they are unlike to yield it unconditionally. Do what you must. Yet another unforeseen and unwelcome development. What could be next, I wonder? A visit from a crimson-clad Ascian, perhaps? Or Ochre? Or Puce? And which of our allies will then fall silent? For a time, I thought we had gained the upper hand. When you shattered the Crystal of Darkness and cast out La Habrea, I dared to hope we had found a way to rid ourselves of the Ascian menace. But I was wrong. He endures, and many yet return. Upon that point, I have no doubt that Elidibus spoke true. Yet there must be a way to destroy them utterly, a way to spare this world of their unholy machinations. I dare not consider the alternative. There are forces at work we do not understand, Spanky. I discern them all around, in disturbances too great and too numerous to be dismissed as mere coincidence. Doubtless the Paragons are involved, but how and to what end is far from clear. I know not what will come, but I do know that we will rise and meet it as one. Ah, my stalwart hero, your face is a picture of resolve. I know that you will be ready when the time comes. With luck, however, that will not be for a while yet. Pray return to your private affairs with my blessing. Should anything arise, you will be informed. Well, I go talk to this plant. Kryl, where are you? Your intercession was not foretold, Nabriales. Elidibus, you object? We question. Our plans are in motion, your intentions unclear. They survived the Seventh Ardor, and are stronger now in the gift. Does that not intrigue you? No, it does not. Serve as you will, so too shall I. We labor not at cross purposes. The wisdom of his plan shall become apparent in time, when the veil is lifted from their eyes. And at long last, they see. Truly, there is no rest for the weary. Scarce had I begun to make myself at home when I received a request for assistance from Amagina and Sons Mineral Concern. It would appear their storehouse in Horizon has been the target of a series of covert robberies. Matters they seemed in isolation, occasional discrepancies in the manifest were long dismissed as clerical errors. It was only during the Concern's annual audit that a pattern became apparent. Significant quantities of crystals, and only crystals, were missing. I need hardly tell you what that may imply. Primals. The brass blades charged with investigating the thefts believe that someone with the Concern is selling the crystals for profit. Alas, they have yet been unable to identify a likely suspect, and the Concern's proprietors have grown frustrated by their lack of progress. Needless to say, I would not have agreed to intervene had the stolen goods been of merely monetary value. There is even a possibility that the thief acts not out of self-interest, but in service to a primal. We can ill afford to wait for the blades to realize their mistake. Pray, depart for Horizon at your earliest convenience. Rendezvous with Ishtola when you arrive. She and Thancred have already begun a preliminary investigation. I have every confidence that the three of you will get to the bottom of these thefts. I hope only our fears prove unfounded when you do. There she is. Ah, Spanky, your assistance is most welcome. I have already spoken at length with the brass blades of the Rose, albeit to little avail, seeing these 6 thieves took great pains to conceal their activities. I could go into further detail, but your time might be better spent in conversation with Fufulupa. He is the officer charged with leading the investigation, and I would only be repeating which he related to me. If aught eluded my attention, mayhap it will not elude yours. Alright. Where's Foofaloopa? Oh, hello there. Spanky, was it? Ishtola said to expect you. Terrible business, these thefts. We have yet to confirm the quantity of crystals stolen, but I dare say it may be greater than... Ah, but never mind that. I have news to share. A short while ago, the driver of a heavily laden carriage refused to halt for inspection and broke through one of our checkpoints on the Royal Allegan Sunway. The cart bolted off toward eastern Thanalan, where... Thank the gods, I hear that our colleagues were able to apprehend them without further incident. A speeding carriage? That would seem a curious choice for thieves of such proven cunning. Yet the Amal Jah do have a foothold in eastern Thanalan. And what of their cargo? Did they carry the crystals we seek? We should be receiving a report any moment now, but I fail to see what else it could. Did you miss me, friends? I'm back, but I fear I come bearing disappointing news. Or on second thought, perhaps it's good news, after all. Thancred, where have you been off to? I figured you had everything under control here, so I just took a brief excursion to the east to check up on our Amal Jah friends. Wouldn't you believe it? It happened upon a runaway carriage on the way, and even was able to do my small part to help my friends and the brass blades intercept it. In all my years, I have never seen such a prodigious quantity of somnus. The blades were calling it one of the greatest hauls they've ever seen. The stolen crystals, on the other hand, nowhere to be found. If that's so, alas, I suppose we have no choice but to resume our search elsewhere. We should reassess our options as well. Come with us, Spanky. Alright. Against all expectation, it would seem the Amal Jah are innocent of this particular spate of crimes. By all indications, they have yet to replenish the stores of crystals exhausted during their last attempt to summon Ifrit. What I can't have fathomed is why anyone else would go to such lengths to obtain crystals, and in such quantities. It cannot be that we are dealing with simple thieves. If their motive were profit, why would they limit their trade to crystals alone? Plainly, we are missing something. While you think about what it might be, I shall inform Urianger of our progress, or lack thereof.
Now then. Tis I. The situation may be more complicated than we anticipated.
Indeed, I shall remain watchful. Ere thou goest, another matter requireth thine attention. A young maiden, full eager to... Wherefore inquirest thou of her fairness? Oh, very well. Be she damsel or devil, I shall direct her steps to Revenant's Toll. Save thine insinuations for one given to such impropriety. Thou shalt not find me amenable.
Far across the sea from the land of Domar have we traveled. We seek audience with the ruler of these lands. Who here speaks for you?
We all do. Ooh, which one of these do we want? Probably of aiming. Any bright ideas? A solitary flash of insight? No? Well then, for want of a better suggestion, I say we try picking Fufalupa's brain again. Who knows, if we work together, we may yet find something of use nestled away within it. Oh, there he is. Oh, but it is good to see you return. I have given some thought to the matter, and I have just hit upon a most disturbing possibility. How could I have been so blind? Calm yourself, Ufalupa. What is this disturbing possibility of which you speak? I was contemplating as to how the thieves' activities escaped our notice for so long, and then it came to me. What if there is something among our own ranks conspiring with them? A traitor in our own midst. Again? It would be most unfortunate if your fears proved well-founded, Fufalupa. Indeed, if for reasons of security the concern decided to transfer the remaining crystals stored in Horizon to another location, their plans would be discovered the moment the brass blades were informed. Bah, but such a shipment would surely be well guarded. Would thieves as wily as ours risk open confrontation? Mayhap not, but neither would the concern be eager to present them with such an obvious target. Nay, they might instead elect to carry out the transfer in secret, to entrust the goods to, let us say, a lone Mikote miner traveling without escort so as not to attract undue attention. But who? Oh, I see. The concern may well elect to do that. To travel with so much cargo would be a strenuous task indeed, and this miner would certainly need to rest upon the way. Mayhap north of the bridge to Hammerlea? A fine spot for a rest, would you not agree, Spanky? Alas, the role of Mokote miner is taken, so you will lie in wait to the north, and I will do the same to the south. Forgive me, friends, but I have received new orders. I must form my men at once. Call me a cynic, but I would be surprised if these thieves lay down their arms and surrender. See that you come prepared to offer them some encouragement. Ooh, good. We're gonna get a fight. Oh, okay. Oops. Oh, right in the middle of all these dudes. Where are we waiting? Over here somewhere, yeah? Right. Was that it? Oh, I have to do it again. Oh, I keep forgetting to use my direct hit rate and improvement. Okay, now we can go speak with Cholo. Stubborn to the last, as expected. You are unharmed. Ooh, she's got a fun new hat. A gang of sea wolf thieves, and in Thanaland no less. I suppose it's the first time for everything. Sea wolves? All of them? Aye, and with the same taste in facial tattoos. Blue, in case you were wet. Our thieves are a long way from home. Thinking. Thancred, if you would be so good as to attend the outstanding matters in Horizon, I have inquiries to make. I like her explorer outfit. To Horizon, then. Fufalupa will want to hear about your meeting with the thieves. On behalf of the Brass Blades of the Rose, I thank you for your service to Horizon. Ah, but we have not been idle. While you were afield, we succeeded in identifying the traitor within our ranks. Is that so? That by your leave, I should very much like to have a word with this fellow in private. I'm afraid that will not be possible. Regrettably, he, managed to subdue the unit of the Blades to dispatch and detain him, and made good his escape. For the love of... How did he manage that exactly? Your men haven't been sampling the Somnus we confiscated, have they? Or was he a giant in disguise? No, but he was quite strong. A sea wolf, a Lobinson born and raised, I believe. But do not worry, we will find him. You have my word on that. I see. Pray, keep me advised of any developments. Yes? He's standing next to me. Understood. I fear our time together is at an end, my friend. Your services are required elsewhere. Awfully disappointing, I know, but one must follow where duty leads. You might try to look a little disappointed. Or do you mean to give me another one of your stoic nods? You do, don't you? Yep, there it is. Oh, I see. Okay, oh, there's Thancred. Antecedent bid me tell you to make for Vesper Bay, where young Alphinaud awaits your coming most eagerly. It was he who requested your assistance. Some commotion or incident. I am not privy to the details. While you do whatever it is Alphinaud has planned for you, I shall endeavor to track down our traitorous Brass Blade, and when I do, you may rest assured we will have our answers. Okay, let's go do this quest. Back in Gridania about the Moogle King. Thank you, the Scions. Glad I am to see you. I assume you have been apprised of the situation regarding the Moogle monarch. After your previous deposal of the king, Kuplo Kop approached the Moogles' guard and attempted to convince them of the error of their ways. Fortunately, it appears his efforts at persuasion had rather the opposite effect. The royal sentries reportedly flew into a frenzy and focused their righteous indignation into a new summoning ritual. Mayhap it was the unwavering intensity of the Mughals' guard's prayers, but the king has returned to the forest, enveloped in an almost blinding aura of majesty. Kuplo Kop tells us that his dauntingly maniacal avatar has now taken to calling himself Great King Mughal Mog XII. Suffice it to say, the Elder Seer is willing to condone the necessary act of regicide. For the safety of all who dwell within the Twelveswood, it has been decided that the king must fall. A certain member of the Elder Seer's personal guard has already escorted Kuplo Kop to the ward that shields the monarch's domain. Those among us with the ability to see Mughals are often in high demand, but, considering the urgency of your mission, our leader felt it best to expedite matters. Pray make your preparations and set out as soon as you are able. Kuplo Kop awaits you in the bramble patch in the East Shroud. Well, that's kind of cool up there. I don't know what that is. Oh, there it is. Oh, I knew you'd come. At least I was hoping, Kupo. Not long ago, I had a stern word with the Mughals' guard about the dangers of turning pleasant fairy tales into disturbing reality, but they insisted that the intimidating force is that good King Mughal Mog XII, may his scepter of judgment ever command our respect, is exactly the sort of savior we need. The Mughals' guard are afraid, Kupo, afraid of how the force has changed, afraid of the never-ending conflict, afraid that we Mughals have no place in this new world. I'm scared of all those things too, but the thought of unleashing our royal menace upon the Twelveswood scares me even more, Kupo. Please, you must deal with them firmly before this goes too far. A measured thrashing, of course. Nothing too brutal. You can enter Thornmarch here, through the tear I've made in the ward. Take care, good fortune, and in the meantime, I'll go let others know that great King Moggle Mog XII, may his reign end with minimal bloodshed, will be vacating his throne. Kupo. Kupo indeed. Thornmarch Extreme. Well, I mean, we have to do that now, right? Level 80. Only at 57. But I do want to do something, so let's queue up for that. Where we go talk to some folks. You are late. No matter, I know where our visitors are headed. From what I have been able to gather, this vessel belongs to a band of Domans who seek an audience with the Sultana. You're familiar with Doma, yes? In Othard? I'm not. Well, like the rest of the nations on the eastern continent, it is ruled by the Garlean Empire. Given our visitors' unannounced arrival, as well as the state of their ship, I suspect they did not leave their homeland under the best circumstances. Needless to say, I should be very interested to hear their tale. And, more importantly, what they know of the current state of affairs in the Empire. Such information could prove useful. We would be fools not to pursue this opportunity, do you not think? Come with me to Ul'dah, Spanky. Unless I am mistaken, and I am rarely mistaken, we will find the Domans bickering with the Sultan Sworn on the Royal Promenade. You are uncertain of your role in the proceedings? Insurance. If our guests are not themselves Imperial agents, it seems fair to assume they may be being pursued by some. And if not, who better than you to have on hand in the event of an unforeseen diplomatic incident? Besides, I do so enjoy your sparkling repartee. Satisfied? Good. I shall see you in Ul'dah. Actually, how do we get there from here? Nah. Where are we? We must need to go up, huh? Chamber of Rule. It matters not how many times you ask. Without the necessary permissions, none shall pass. Pray, understand, good sir, we have not the leisure to lodge a formal petition. Time is of the essence. All I ask is that you summon your superior. Allow me to plead my case. Surely you can grant us that small kindness. Away with you, and darken these doors no longer. I will not ask you again. You know not what you do. I gather your pleas fell upon deaf ears. A loyal man with a cold heart, I know his kind well. I hope that you will find me more to your liking. Alphinaud Leveilleur at your service, a friend. Which I believe makes me very nearly unique, in this part of the world, at least. Few indeed are your allies in Ul'dah, yet you will need some if you wish to endear yourselves to the wealthy and powerful. Pray, join me and my associate at the Quicksand. There you may explain your situation to us, and we shall see if there is aught we can do to help. Where is the quicksand? Ah, this is the quicksand.
We have traveled some several thousand miles across the sea from the nation of Doma, in hopes that we might find sanctuary in these lands.
Sanctuary, Lady Yugiri?
Aye. Lying within Othard, Doma was under the dominion of the Garlean Empire, as I'm sure you are aware. When the War of Succession broke out in Garlemald, we espied an opportunity to free ourselves from the yoke of imperial oppression and took up arms. Only to be crushed. And so I gathered what few Domans escaped the reckoning and guided them hither to your shores.
A war of succession? Then the Emperor... Forgive me. You said that Doma was under Imperial rule, did you not?
Doma is gone.
Oh no, there we go.
The ground is an example to the other provinces.
12 have mercy. And your people?
On a ship anchored in Vesper Bay, flying borrowed colors. Many were complicit in the rebellion, or akin to those who were. They will not come ashore until I send word that it is safe to do so. I sought an audience with your rulers, but was summarily refused.
The lords of Ul'dah are not
Oh.
wont to entertain foreign
Well, we'll have to come back. They were just kind of wasting him at this point. Oh, did I just die? That's embarrassing. Alright, there we go. I died again? Oh my god, are we all just dying? Oh no. Alright, let's try this again. fuck is going on with my camera? Why am I moving around so weird? Or not at all? Oh, we did it. Ooh, we got it. Okay, we'll pick it up back here. I think on Thursday, a couple days with the secret of these refugees, and we'll see what's going on. Thank you for hanging out tonight. I appreciate it. I'll see you next time.